Live from Austin, Texas, with host Rosie Newberry. Local trends, shopping, and more. This is Studio 512.
Good morning, everybody. Hey, are you a fan of musicals? This pop-up will have you belting your heart out and just enjoying the sounds of Broadway. It's going to be a ton of fun. Broadway Sing-Along Bar is what it's called. It just recently opened at Wanderlust Wine Company. And Alondra Cantu and Clara Stevens are joining us to tell us more, along with fabulous drag queen Venus Rising. We're happy to have everybody in the studio. Y'all, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having us today.
Thank you all for being here. Alondra, we're going to start with you. What is a Broadway Sing-Along Bar? I just asked my friend in the hallway who's been, by the way. You don't have to know all Broadway songs heading into it, right?
Right. It's a Broadway sing-along bar is just fun. We have a lot of theater kids joining us. We have a lot of people that have not a lot of experience with Broadway. And we have people just sing regular songs, but it's just fun. We have our fabulous drag queens that make it extra fun by putting on a show. And you don't have to be a great singer.
That was a big question I have.
We just want to make sure that, everybody is having a great time.
Wonderful. So I actually want to know, Clara, if it's like, is it done in the style of karaoke? Are there words that we're looking at somewhere? Does someone choose the songs every time? How does it work?
Yeah, so you go up and you'll sign up with Venus or one of our lovely hosts. It's very judgment-free karaoke. You have a little screen so you can read the words as well. And you go up and you pick your song.
Okay, so in the car all the time, I belt So Much Better from the Mean Girls, Broadway musical, but I have never once done that in front of people. So am I going to get some help from the audience? Do people sing along with you?
Absolutely.
Okay, all right. The big nods are important to me. And Alondra, because it's Wanderlust, of course, you guys have gotten really clever with this idea. So you've come up with some themed cocktails that folks can have to go along with the singing.
Yes, we have some really fun cocktails. My personal favorites are the Salty Cats, themed after cats. And it comes in a really cute little cup. It looks like a cat with the little grapefruit ears. We have the Osmopolitan, which is like a spicy margarita.
Lovely.
Like a jalapeno margarita. And we put a bubble on top of it that you can pop and it smokes. We have a lovely, very smooth gin-based drink called the Phantom of the Operum, and it's really smooth, and we can smoke the rosemary, so it makes it extra fancy.
I've seen some of the smoke in the bubble, the smoking of the rosemary before. It really adds a different dimension to the drinks, and I can tell that these are very layered cocktails. Sounds very cool.
Yeah, it's and they're all pretty good. Everybody seems to really like them.
Okay, well, it sounds like it's hard to have a bad time, actually, when you attend this event. So, Venus, let's talk about your role, because you kind of help encourage the fun here at the Sing-Along Bar.
So, as a drag queen, my main purpose is to entertain and make sure that everyone is having a good time. So, I encourage people to come and sing along with me. Sometimes I'll even sing a little bad myself just to make them feel extra comfortable. Or if they want a duet partner, I'll totally go ahead and join them. And I'm like, I'll do it bad so that you shine, so that you get to experience your full fantasy as if you're singing on Broadway,
The fact that you are willing to sing bad to help make other people feel good is very kind of you.
I have to. Hey, I look great, so you can't have it all.
And you do look great. I love that you've gone for kind of a vintage vibe. Is that sort of your style as a drag queen?
So I like to call myself kind of a chameleon. I do it all. I love Broadway, but I also love to dance. My favorite kind of style of drag is doing a ballad. So recently at Wanderlust, when I've had to perform, I'll do like Memory, Barbra Streisand.
Oh, that's a tough song.
But I love a power ballad. That is like my main go-to.
Okay.
For sure.
Oh, I like that. And we call you booked and busy, is what I heard off camera.
Yes.
People can find you around town.
Oh yes, I am everywhere. I am at Oil Can Harry's every Thursday.
Okay.
Every other Sunday, I'm at Annie's Day and Night for brunch as well. And you can also catch me in any other venues as well as Wanderlust, Cheer Up Charlie's, just any other random spots up in town. I like to be everywhere.
I was going to say very busy, making sure that everybody else is having a good time, which I think is awesome. You brought a couple of trivia questions for us today.
I did.
I don't actually know. I assume they're Broadway themed.
They are Broadway themed.
And we're supposed to just shout out the three of us and answer if it comes to us.
Yes.
Okay.
So
I'm not that strong on Broadway trivia, y'all.
No, but it's okay. It's perfect. And it's exactly one of the things that we do at Wanderlust as well, so that I can amp up the crowd. So it's fun. So let me go ahead and ask these trivia questions.
Okay.
First one, how many minutes in a year?
Oh, 525,600.
Yes!
Is it 500? What is the exact number?
It's
525,600 minutes. That's a great song from Rent.
Oh, yes.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
The fact that you did know it took me a second too. Okay,
I've
very
memorized
cute.
it. We hear it every night.
That it's a wonderful song.
Yeah.
There are some high notes in there. I'm not sure everybody's hitting them, but yay on you if you're going in there and trying.
There are people that are not hitting them, but it's okay. It's a judgment-free zone.
That's right.
Next question. With over 10,000 performances, what spooky performance is the longest-running show in Broadway history?
Wicked?
Phantom
No.
of the Opera?
Yes, it is Phantom of the Opera. Look at you, little Broadway nerd.
I
over
know.
here.
Alondra, we didn't know. Okay, last question.
Final question. Named for a major Midwestern city, what long-running Broadway musical features songs like All That Jazz, Cell Block Tango, and Mr.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Got it on it now. Chicago. And I saw there's a Cell Block Tango looking escape that you can take pictures with, right? So put it on your Instagram, y'all. Oh, I would love to do the dance they do in the movie. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
that would be part of the
so
fantasy.
good.
Yeah,
It's so
absolutely.
great.
Okay, all right. Just real quickly before we let y'all go, Alondra, I wanted to ask, how long is this, sing-along bar going on, and how can folks get tickets?
Yeah, so it's going to be running until July 19th.
Okay.
And
So not forever, y'all.
Not
Okay,
forever.
less than a month.
the good thing is we have 3 locations. We have our Barton Springs location running a wine cave, elevated wine experience. We have our downtown location that has things upcoming in the future. And then, of course, we have Broadway at our East Side location. And it's until July 18th, so it's for a limited time. And you can get tickets at bucketlisters.com.
Sounds good to me. I like this. I like the way we're clapping like this. And in fact, instead of clapping, you can do something else. This is pretty famous over at Wanderlust, I understand.
Yes.
Okay.
So, just to encourage people to make sure that they're having a good time. We hear everyone having a good time, but we'd like to see that everyone is having a good time by waving these napkins around.
Just
and
a
offers
napkin.
breeze. It offers a breeze.
Offers a breeze in the Texas heat. And it makes me feel really fabulous. I'm enjoying that. All right, y'all, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it. And hey, break a leg out there, Venus.
Thank you, Rosie.
Thank you.
All right, reserve your space online now at bucketlisters.com for a night of show tunes and fun. We'll see y'all there. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored on behalf of Olay Body and Secret by Tips on TV.
Summer is here, and with it, of course, comes some skincare challenges. Here to help is model and fashion and beauty expert Vanita Aspen, who's teaming up with Olay and Secret to share timely tips to refresh your body care routine during these hotter months. Vanita is one of the stars of Bravo's Southern Charm. So cool. And she has a popular blog where she discusses the latest in beauty, fashion, and lifestyle trends. And we're happy to see her today. Good morning, Vanita.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm doing really well. Thank you for joining us. Let's talk about some of the biggest challenges of summer beauty.
So, as a model and beauty expert, summer skincare is always a hot topic that we discuss on Southern Charm. So, of course, summer means more time outdoors, sun exposure, heat, sweat, clogged pores, and dryness. That's why I'm teaming up with Olay and Secret to help women achieve a body care routine that's simple, effective, and gives you that extra burst of confidence during the hot summer months. With the new Summer Fizz collection from Olay and Secret, you don't have to choose between superior skincare and irresistible scents.
Oh, I love the sound of that. And
Yeah.
simple is so important, especially when so many of us are needing those simplified routines as we're traveling around and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Is there a way, I'd like to ask, to simplify actually summer routines without skipping out on the essentials? Because I'll tell you, girl, I've got like an 11-step skincare routine for the evening.
No, there's totally a way to make sure that your routine is simplified. And like as myself, I'm also running around filming, going to a lot of events, you name it. So I rely heavily on multitaskers. Olay's body wash hydrates while I shower, and Secret keeps me fresh all day with sweat and odor protection. It's about staying ready without the extra step. Skin needs daily TLC to stay hydrated and refreshed, and that's where the Olay and Secret Summer Fizz collection comes into play. The products give you science-backed formulas to nourish skin with a fun twist and scents that smell like a carefree summer.
That is the top way to get me to purchase something, actually.
Yeah, it's simple. The routine is simple, okay?
Is getting a great smell, absolutely. Okay, do you have any tips for beating sweat and odor? That's a really big one for us. I know you guys are hot over there on the East Coast, but darn, it's hot in Texas too.
Yeah, and living in Charleston where it's hot and humid and sticky all the time, staying fresh is something that is extremely important to me. So I have been loving the new Secret Clinical Strawberry Fizz Antiperspirant because it smells amazing and keeps me feeling confident even on the busiest of days. Not only does it offer clinically proven odor protection against sweat from stress, heat, and activity, but it also features fun and fruity scents that smell like the essence of summer. And as an added bonus, the Summer Fizz collection is enhanced with pro-hyaluronic acid to help promote a healthy skin barrier, which is extremely important during these summer months.
And I'm actually going to ask a little bit more about that. Staying hydrated.
Yeah.
Any suggestions there, even after a long day in the sun? Because you can kind of come back in and start to feel a bit tight across, your arms and legs, almost like you're a husk.
Yeah, so when you're coming back in from being out in the sun, making sure you have a body wash that has nourishing ingredients that help lock in moisture is going to be key for you. So the new Olay Summer Fizz body wash is expertly formulated with the hyaluronic serum complex, niacinamide, proglycerin, and lipids that work together to deeply hydrate the skin. Plus, the limited edition scents turn your shower into an invigorating oasis.
Sounds good to me. Any other factors to consider, Vanita?
Yeah, so for me, filming during the summer months means I need to stay and feel my best even in the heat. So it's not just about what works, it's more so about how the products make you feel. A great body wash or deodorant with an amazing scent can boost your confidence and make every day feel like the first day of summer. The Olay Body Wash and Secret Clinical Antiperspirant Summer Fizz collection is available in 3 limited edition fruity scents: strawberry, watermelon, and mandarin. And the strawberry is my favorite scent.
Okay, well, I'm going to say mandarin sounding like mine, but don't worry, girl, I'll go to the store and I'll sniff everything.
Yes,
so where
please.
can we go for more information today?
So you can visit Olay.com or Secret.com to shop the products online, or you can visit in-store nationwide.
Sounds good to me. Thank you, Vanita, so much, and happy summer to you.
Thank you. Happy summer.
The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored on behalf of Olay Body and Secret by Tips on TV. Independence Day is right around the corner, so are you looking for some fun family activities for the 4th of July? Adina Anderson of CreativeLifestyles.tv and Travel Life with Adina is here to show us some fun DIY in red, white, and blue, and to tell us about a patriotic destination to consider. Always lovely to see you.
Look at, we got the memo.
Yeah, that's right. We're dressing up a little bit for the 4th of July today.
Yes.
You have some really fun DIY things to do, starting with confetti poppers, which are a crowd favorite.
This is the funniest
Except
crap.
the cleanup bit.
Well, that's why we leave.
Assign it to the dads
That's
or something
right,
to
yes.
clean up.
This is the easiest, funnest little thing you can do. So you're going to cut the tip off of a balloon and tie it at the bottom.
Okay, so it's just a regular balloon
Just
that
a regular
you get from
balloon.
the store.
I think these are like the 9-inch or something. And then a toilet paper roll or a paper towel, cut it in half. You're going to put this guy over it like that. And you could decorate with ribbon, like I did ribbon on this one.
Yeah,
you could
this
put
is really
paint on it.
cute.
But keep it simple, let the kids have fun with it or do them yourself. And then you're going to do that one, I'm going to do this one.
Woo!
And then
So
you put your confetti, the fun stuff.
we've got like these cute little tissue confetti
I think
stars.
they were like $2 at the store or something.
Yeah.
They're so inexpensive. Okay, you ready? You're
Okay,
going to pull
my-
back as far as you can. Oh, wait, mine didn't go. Yours might go.
You're right. That was amazing.
It's so much fun, yes.
That was really fun. fun. Oh.
Non-explosive.
The kids, and you know what? I've still got plenty in there. So unlike the ones that you purchase and it's like a little smoke and flash and all of that and it's done, you could keep playing with these for a while.
Keep filling them, keep doing them. Yes, so much fun.
The kids will be
and what is
very
this, like a
entertained.
$1 maybe to make, if that?
And it still looks really cute. I mean, you don't have to tell anybody it was a toilet paper roll.
That's
They
right.
won't know. They won't know. Okay.
Exactly.
How about some floral decor?
Yeah, so this is another inexpensive. I love my mason jars. I love burlap. And I just took a regular mason jar.
Farmhouse chic.
Farmhouse chic, love it. And then put some glue dots. Or if you don't have glue dots, you could use hot glue. If you're going to use hot glue, put the Band-Aid on your finger, my little tip, so you don't get burned.
Right, because there are holes in the burlap.
And the glue will come around.
You will feel it.
And then paint whatever you want on it. I did an American flag on this one.
That's amazing.
But you can do whatever you want. Put
I'm
some
gonna try and replicate
carnations.
you.
And like what we were talking about, carnations are so inexpensive. These are fake, of course, but you could put real flowers in there for a table setting or just decorate your house with them.
A great
Very
little
inexpensive.
gift, too, if you're going to somebody
Exactly.
else's house for the 4th of
Fill it
July.
with some candy or something at
Okay.
the bottom, or you could even put a little candlelight, a little fake tea lights in there so it lights up at night. There's so much you can do with it.
That's really
Look how
sweet. And really easy.
Yes,
Let kids
definitely.
maybe see your flag so that they know what they're doing, because I'm having to follow Adina's like, does the red go first? I don't remember.
Oh,
But
I had to look online. I
okay,
know,
that makes me feel a little bit better.
Exactly.
But a nice little bit of floral decor, and as we said, you can either go with artificial flowers, and remember this, everybody, the entire summer is full of patriotic holidays because we've got Memorial Day, 4th of July, Labor Day. Like, you can hang on to this stuff for a while.
And Veterans Day in November, so keep it around.
Right. All you have to do is put it in a drawer for a bit, bring it right back out.
Yes, definitely.
And then, so we also wanted to do a little door decor because that's a big
Yes.
one for me. I kind of want to put one up only once a season and then, go back to my business. kind of
Definitely. Now
otherwise.
this I bought on Amazon for like $10, and you put it together. But you could create this yourself with just some scrapbook paper. And then this came with little stickies already. But you could use glue dots, and you just connect it like this. And then what you could do is glue them together.
Okay.
And make a round thing. And then this is just tissue paper that is like accordion, right? And then you tie it in the middle, and you fluff it. And you can put those in the middle of all of them.
How
Simple,
sweet.
easy. And hang it on the door. And just glue it out. Do not use hot glue if you're putting it on the door because the sun is hot here and will melt it.
Oh, that's a really good point.
Yes.
That's a really good point. So sometimes we have pom-pom balls up here in the studio, but we bought those for a couple of bucks. The fact that you can do this with just, look at that, y'all, it's
Tissue
just
paper.
tissue paper that's been gathered. And then it looks like, if I may, did you just cut it? Not even scallop scissors?
I just use regular scissors and do like a little circle around, and that's it. Simple.
Shocking. Okay, we only have about 15 seconds left, so Adina, tell me about a great little patriotic destination.
Definitely the Dakotas. I was just there. I do guided tours with Southwest Adventure Tour, so you might get music. And they have Wall Drug, South Dakota, which is amazing. And they've got the 80-foot dinosaur. You want to check out the Badlands. And of course, Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore's a big one.
And on 4th of July, they do a huge celebration.
Cool.
And then next year is the 250th anniversary, so they're going to have a huge celebration then as well. And so we do guided tours all through the summer there, along with Wind Cave. I think we hit 4 national parks or 5. Minuteman Missile Silo is a great thing to see, and Medora and Crazy Horse.
That's awesome stuff. What a good idea for a trip. All right, guys, keep up with Adina. All of her tips, creativelifestyles.tv, all of her trips at travellifewithadina.com. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by GarageDoorLiners.com. Hey, did you know that your garage doesn't have to feel like an oven in the summer? I didn't. GarageDoorLiners.com installs ultra-light insulation that can cool your home and boost your home's energy efficiency. Owner Angela Huddy is here to tell us more. Angela, this is personal for you. What prompted you to start this business?
Well, when we bought our west-facing home, we had no idea how much that direct sun was going to heat our garage by having that sun strike our metal garage door. And I went looking for some solutions, and I didn't find any that I liked. So when I did find the right solution, I decided to make that available to my friends and neighbors here in Central Texas by installing the same commercial-grade material that I found.
And you said, as far as you know, you're the only person doing this because this was a problem that you set out to solve.
That's right. I actually didn't have anyone offer to do this service for me. So I'm really proud to be able to offer that service to you by bringing a unique commercial grade insulation product. It's a radiant barrier, and I bring that to your home and custom fit this material to your garage door.
Okay, yeah, I want to know a little bit more about what a garage door liner is. So you've got a roll of it here, actually.
I absolutely do.
What am I seeing as far as like the outside, the inside?
So the inside is this polyethylene vinyl material that's very sturdy and lightweight, so you shouldn't need to adjust your garage door in any way. It provides ultra lightweight heat and noise reduction to the space and provides a smooth, clean look that we guarantee. People are using their garage space, which is the biggest room in your house in most cases, as a home gym, as a place to store their valuables. And for many people who have hybrid vehicles or solar batteries, it can be a safety issue. So reducing the overall temperature is a fantastic goal for anyone.
That's a really good point. Okay, what's the best thing about y'all insulating our garage doors? The bottom line here is that it's custom.
It's custom and it's turnkey. We'll come to your space, clean and prep, and measure out the exact correct solution so that you don't have to do that, especially in this Texas heat.
That's wonderful. And if somebody's watching today and they're having maybe that same complaint, they've been thinking about this for years. I hate how hot it is in our garage. How can they get in touch? How can they get started with you?
All you need to do is visit garagedoorliners.com or look us up on Facebook and Instagram. We'll be happy to come out and give you a quote, even virtually, provide you the information you need to decide to get started with us today.
Wonderful. All right, thank you so much for your time, Angela.
Thank you.
Get started with a free quote today by going to garagedoorliners.com. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by GarageDoorLiners.com. If you're looking to add a little music to your life, our friend Kimberly White Erlinger from Austin Animal Center is here today with sweet little Harmony. That's her name, our pet of the week. Kimberly, good morning.
Hi, good morning. Thanks for having us.
You're obsessed with Harmony.
Totally obsessed with her.
She is so sweet.
The cutest little angel. She's such a little stinker, and I say that in a very good, positive way. Girl, it's right there in front of you. Go down there.
She's street motivated, y'all.
She's so cute and so little. She's only 28 pounds. She's about 2 years old, we think.
She's not going to get physically any bigger. She might get a little wider around the middle, and in fact,
she's already kind of she's pushing that a little bit. We might need to hold off on the high value treats for a bit,
but you guys got her back in March, and she was a scrawny little thing. So you've been
very
giving her
emaciated.
love.
So the vets have to kind of slowly get the dogs to gain weight and get to their healthy weight. And then, the staff and the volunteers, we just sort of add on to that with special treats when we walk the dogs. But she, I think right now she's probably at her top. So that's, 28, 30 pounds, that's
not bad,
that's
especially,
really good.
even if you're an apartment dweller kind of thing.
Usually 35 pounds is the limit. So let's not do that right now.
She is a little bit more on the puppy playful side.
She's real playful.
So let's talk about that, because she's been enjoying playing around with little toys.
She's loving her toys. Yeah. She's really, and she's easily distractible. Like as soon as she starts nibbling on the leash, all you have to do is go, please don't do that. And she's like, okay, what else can I play with? She's really fun. She's smart. She's so adorable and so funny and cute. And I wish I had video of her at the shelter, because
just a little personality.
Bounces. Yeah, she bounces when she walks, and she's got such a personality, and she's just a perfect size, and just everyone has fallen in love with her. She's just a dream baby.
I love her little curious ears. Those are big ears.
I know, they're so expressive. She's got super expressive ears. But she was great in the car. We did try her at playgroup when soon after she got to the shelter, and she was a little bit anxious at first, so we're going to try again with a different set of dogs, which we do. You know, the behavior team is fantastic about making sure that the dog is tested with the appropriate,
now she's
buddies.
realizing she's on TV, y'all.
Now
She's trying to show off.
She's showing off a little
Look
bit.
at all the things I can do.
I know, she can do a lot of things, but I'm just besotted. She is the cutest baby. She's got the prettiest eyes. Like I said, I've said like 3 times, she's a perfect little size. And she was, she's been great. She's great on the leash. She loves toys.
That's my next question.
Yeah.
Good on the leash. Where are we at on potty training?
She's house trained. So I think she had a home, and she either got loose and they opted not to come get her, or she was dumped somewhere. I know, it happens quite a bit, sadly, but she's going to make someone so happy. She really is.
She is such a sweet girl. Okay, let's talk about all of the things going on with y'all.
All of the things, so much.
Especially starting this weekend, because it's the last weekend of June,
Yes.
and all June you've been doing like name your own adoption fee.
Exactly.
And so here we are, last weekend.
We're
It's going to be
here.
a big one.
Yes, this is the big weekend. So we're doing a big push with several other shelters around the county, around Travis County. Name your own adoption fee. So come in. I don't have it memorized. There we go. It's on the map, and it's all over our social media. So it's name your own fee. Come in to any of the clinics shown here, and please just take home a best friend.
Well, and I think that brings up a really good point. You guys are overcrowded at
Yep.
this time.
Yes.
Yep. And it's been going on for a minute. So talk to us about why that situation occurred and like how best to help y'all.
I'll do the second question first. The best way to help us is to foster, adopt if you can, but fostering really does it's a little faster to foster a dog. So,
Sure.
Medium and large dogs are the ones that we really need to get out of there.
And those foster pools right now are a little on the dry side, guys, because people go on vacation
Exactly.
or they've got different plans for the summer. So,
Right. So if you
fostering.
if you can commit to 2 weeks, that makes such a huge difference in terms of we can open up that kennel. We can get home notes when the dog comes back. You may fall in love, which would be ideal.
We're looking for foster fails,
Well,
hopefully.
yes, please.
But you don't have to have it go that way. You can
Right,
just
exactly.
have 2 weeks of a dog
Right,
at home and
right.
get them out of that stressful situation.
Right, and it is so crucial, and it's so important for the dog to be able to have that as well. So how it got this way, it's a lot of factors. People leave town and surrender their dogs. We've had several dogs come in due to their families being deported.
Oh, wow.
So that is
I was wondering
very, very unfortunate.
we had a stormy spring season as well.
We've had that big storm that we had about a few weeks ago. That we had a bunch of dogs come in right after that. So storms also, and then people will often just not come back and get their dogs if they're an owned dog. Apartments have gotten very strict about size and breed of dog, so that has been difficult to surmount.
And then we're coming out of kitten season, and you've got a lot of kittens.
We have so many kittens. I've never seen as many kittens as we have right now.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay. So if you
so
want a
many.
little baby,
We have the cutest little meow babies. Their little tiny meows is the sweetest thing.
oh,
Yeah,
that is
so
sweet. Okay. So we want to help out any way we can.
Any way, yeah.
If we can get folks to bring these animals home, let's say they do hold on to them, you've got a spay and neuter clinic coming up in July.
That's true, yes. Every dog or cat that leaves Austin Animal Center will be spayed and neutered.
Okay.
No matter what. So, however, if you already have a pet and you have not gotten it spayed and neutered, please, I believe it starts on July 28th. It's going to be out at CODA. It goes for 4 days.
Wow, big event.
Free, absolutely free. So
Amazing.
it's always a big event, and I think they average about 1,000 pets.
Okay, so
Yeah.
let's say we have a dog at home. We can do a meet and greet, right, with
Yes.
Harmony,
Yes.
and hopefully take her home, help her find her forever home this weekend with the
Yes.
Name Your Own Adoption fee.
Name your own fee. Come
I love
in,
it.
give us $10, $20, and take this little angel home. She's so worth it.
This little splooted angel. She's
She's
got her
such a
belly
sploot.
on the cool floor.
She is such a sploot. I mean,
What
she's
a good
she's
girl.
champion at that.
I love it. All right, Kimberly, thank you for your time as always.
Thank you.
All right, to adopt Harmony and to see all of the pets currently available for adoption at Austin Animal Center, just head to austintexas.gov.
So I spoke to my brother, told me take a look at all love to be discovered, shine lights. Well, it might seem cold and dark, but it's worth the fight. The time you let that weight lift out of your mind. Well, the whole world's out there waiting for the shining light.
Ooh! I could listen to a whole lot more of that. Guys, you just heard a little bit of Shine a Light from Connor Stevens, a local musician who's playing next weekend at the Austin Firefighters Relief and Outreach Fund benefit concert at Meanwhile Brewing. Connor and Adrienne Rivers, event manager at Meanwhile, are joining us today to talk to us more about this evening of Texas country for a good cause. Y'all, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for having us.
I'm so glad you're here. And Connor, I just have to say, I think you sound absolutely fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah, what a voice. He doesn't need a microphone. You know how to project, my friend. All right, Adrienne, I'd like to talk just a little bit off the top here, if we can, about the event. We love supporting Meanwhile Brewing. I always tell people, if you need your kids to be out there playing while you get yourself an adult beverage, there is a lot of space out at Meanwhile. Talk to us a little bit about what we can expect.
Yeah, so this is a super special event. This is the 4th year that we have worked with the Austin Firefighter Relief and Outreach Fund. We always do a lovely night of country music. So it is a $10 donation at the door. We have a special beer. It's a summer shandy that is brewed in collaboration with last year's raffle winner.
I love summer shandy.
Yeah, it is
nice
super
and light.
tasty. Yep, nice and light, a little fruity. It's going to be available in draft and cans, and we're just going to get together, enjoy some music, support this incredible nonprofit.
Let's talk about that nonprofit.
Yeah.
So it is the Austin Firefighters organization or the outreach organization? I don't understand.
Yeah, so it is one organization. It is a nonprofit composed of firefighters. So it is the Austin Firefighters Relief and Outreach Fund. So what they do is they support firefighters in Austin who are going through a tough time, whether that be health-wise, to support, their families. They also do disaster outreach here in Austin. So they're just really going above and beyond to support people in their community, even outside that's their daily job. And this is something they do on the side.
It's so much actually that firefighters do in order to keep our communities safe. So I think any sort of support that an organization can give them is awesome. And then of course it's really easy to do when you're having a cold beverage and you're listening to some great country music. So Connor, I asked you this off camera, but you got started with music pretty young, but changed instruments along the way. Yeah, tell me about that.
Yeah, so, I started when I was 10, when my family moved to Austin when I was 7, and, Austin and live music, that's what it is. And so I started playing bass and then, kind of put that down, wasn't sure that that's what I wanted, and then, in middle school started playing cello, and that was great, but, it just wasn't as much for me. Put that down, and then I started singing, and then I was like, okay, I should learn guitar because I really want to write songs. And once I started that, then, the rest is history.
Oh, that's wonderful. And I told you I was going to ask you this question. As a singer-songwriter, where do you begin with a song?
It changes so often. It's definitely a moving being that where it starts, right? So sometimes it's me with, I'll sit down and just be like, okay, I'm just going to practice guitar today. And then I'll just start playing a chord progression. I'm like, oh, I like that. And I'll start humming something. Then all of a sudden the words pop into my head.
Wow.
Sometimes and it's probably 50-50, but then sometimes I'm just going about my day and then it hits me, a melody with the words in my head, like.
That's a true creative, y'all. That doesn't happen to me. But that's really amazing.
Thank you.
And so is what you play mostly your own work?
I only play originals.
You only play originals?
Yeah, so if it's 90-minute set, it's all originals. I mean, anywhere that you can expect to find me, even if it's a 3-hour solo set, I will play 3 hours of all original songs.
That is incredible. And you sound absolutely fantastic. I want to know, just specifically since we're talking country in Texas.
Yeah.
Any influences that, you know, anybody that you listen to that you're like, oh man, I really love the sound of that. I like the way they do words. I like the way they do melodies.
Yeah, totally. I mean, of course, being from Texas, big George Strait guy, right? You know, the king. But then, you know, and I didn't grow up on country music. I actually grew up on blues and soul and funk music. That's what my dad raised me on, right? And so that's the music he listened to in high school, you know, growing up in the 70s and stuff. And that was what he jammed out on. And so, you know, I took, so a lot of my influences are that, you know, Marvin Gaye, Otis Redding, and Ray Charles, right? You know, stuff like that. But then, you know, newer stuff like Tedeschi Trucks Band. And a lot of people will compare this, and I, like, every time I'm like, that's the biggest compliment. But, and you can kind of hear it, I guess, but a little bit of Chris Stapleton as well has been a big influence. In terms of me understanding, like, the rasp that I had in my voice, I was just singing along to his stuff. And I kind of knew I always had it, but then singing along to his songs, I was like, oh, yeah, okay, cool. And so then, yeah, I just took it and, you know, made it my own.
Made it your own.
Yeah.
And I think your father would be proud of the flare jeans if he was growing up in the 70s.
Yeah.
He'd be really proud of these.
Yeah.
Coming back around, Dad. Can I ask, just real quickly, you know, when people show up and they see your performance, should we expect a range of emotions in the songs, that sort of thing?
Yeah, big range of emotions. Expect a roller coaster emotions. I kind of tell stories from my own life, both personal and drawn from other experiences, but those experiences are not all static. It is very, very moving. So a lot of ups and downs, lots of energy. I definitely take pride in the fact that I'm up there. I have a job as an entertainer, not just as a songwriter anymore. And so, you know, for me, I see it as a sacred moment to be on that stage and to be able to provide anybody who's there, you know, a good show and a fun show where they can get up and dance or sit down and cry at the next song. So
yeah, it's possible.
it is possible.
Oh man, well, I cannot wait to see you perform. And just real quickly, Adrienne, in our last 10 seconds or so, anything else coming up at Meanwhile? It's summertime, time to get out.
Yeah, well, one of our most exciting things is we just came out with our first ever 6-pack Darlin Lager. So you can find this in H-E-B's. We have it on draft in the tap room. It is so tasty. It is the perfect summer beer. So check it out.
Meanwhile does know how to make a mean brew. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for your time. And break a leg, Connor. Thank you. Thank you. All right, guys. You can RSVP for free for that super cool event, the Austin Firefighters Relief and Outreach Fund Benefit Concert, right now at meanwhilebeer.com. We'll see you there. Hey, we are happy to be able to offer you some help if you're out there searching for jobs. KXAN has partnered with ZipRecruiter to help you find thousands of job openings in Austin and around the country. Just go to kxan.com/jobs where you can search thousands of new postings every single day. Check it out right now and get started on the path to your next career. Content segments during Studio 512 were paid for by Olay Body and Secret by Tips on TV, Garage Door Liners, and ZipRecruiter.